First world, come in and take a seat. Pay us no attention, it's all conspiracy. We have satire and parody, some funny, some perverse. If none of it's offensive to you, you'd be the first.
Why doesn't the hero reveal himself and tell us your true name? You do have a name. My name is Gladiator. How dare you show your back to me? Slave, you remove your helmet and tell me your name. My name is Fun My Comic, and I represent all the campaigns you shadow banned and kicked off your website. Huh? Creators that just wanted to fund, that wanted to be left alone. And we will build a website that is going to bury you all. Oh crap.
Get ready for awesomeness.
I've done it. I've done that.
Hello, welcome one and all to another daily video with me, EB, that's Earth's Best Entertainment. Please, if you haven't already, get on over to www.earthsbestkickstarter.com. That will bring you to Fund My Comic, which is where my campaign for Book 4 of Earth's Best Friends is currently going on until next Monday, May 17th. It will be over. Tonight I've got Shane with me, my co-host, and of course I've got Mr. Paul Gomez tonight. What is going on, guys?
How's it going?
Book
4, baby.
It's going well,
book
man.
4.
Yeah, book
not
4.
Not the first book, not the second book, not the third book. The fourth book. to come out to
Fourth
coincide
book,
with
yeah.
John Wick 4. To coincide with John Wick 4 comes Earth
Yes.
Best Friends number 4 with nunchucks and everything that you get in John Wick, but like a PG rated version of it.
Yeah.
For the kids.
Something
It's
like
for the
that.
kids, bro. For the kids, bro.
Something like that.
Oh, man.
John Wick. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I feel like a broken record at this point because I've been talking about nonstop since the 17th of April, but and probably even a little before that. But well, as I've talked with other guests that have been on, it's like campaign mode is pretty stressful.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
man. It and it's you end up feeling like a broken record.
well,
which is
hey,
a
Paul,
phrase
Paul, you just finished a campaign yourself, didn't you?
I did.
Yep,
Just finished
yep.
about 2 weeks ago. We finished Prelude to Aurora. We
Wow.
did. You
And
know, we
you
did
got funded?
Yes,
You
we
did
got
fund.
funded.
Yeah, man.
buddy.
Prelude to Aurora. Prelude
Yeah.
to Aurora. That's right.
So
Last time you're on the show, or
yeah, I mean we're in the mode of getting it all packaged up. I think we're getting finished lettering everything, and I had just gotten the last colored page about a week ago. So we're doing those final steps before we start getting everything sent out. And
Beautiful.
yeah, I mean it's definitely one of those, man. Every day while you're campaigning, it's definitely difficult because you have to get out there and do new stuff and talk to new people and let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's definitely a little bit taxing on the creators. I definitely agree with that.
yeah, absolutely. It's
Hey, but so worth it though.
Yes.
You got funded.
oh yeah, for sure.
You're producing. You're
sure.
now in the midst of producing, and you will soon be shipping.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Yep.
How beautiful!
Yep.
What a wonderful day, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I can't thank my fans enough. This is the fifth. My fifth project, my sixth Kickstarter that I was part of,
Excellent.
and all of them got funded. It was definitely one of those things. This is probably one of the. Yeah, I mean, it was one of the toughest ones. I think past few months has been tough for everybody. It really has.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's why I probably won't fund this time around.
Honestly, like the past 2 or 3 years have been a little sketchy.
Yeah, they
Not
have
even
for
just
sure.
the past
But
couple months,
this year,
but
this year has definitely been the worst yet.
Coming back swinging. Hey, COVID hit and it kind of like stopped everything for a minute.
Yeah,
it really did.
Well, COVID
and a lot of
stopped everything, but that was what made crowdfunding like all of a sudden be like huge. Because everybody had their stimulus money, and so they're like, "Yeah, I'll support your book."
Yeah, and everybody was home, and I think right now everybody's just glad to get out. Glad to get out to those comic book stores. Free comic book day. It was crazy out here. We had
man, I am so sad. This was the first pre-comic book day I missed in years because I just didn't realize.
Oh wow!
I totally just nobody on my Facebook mentioned it.
Wow!
Never. Well, it just never showed up my feed already, so I totally forgot. And then after the fact, Mike was like, dude, I did free comic book day. It was so awesome. And I'm like, oh, I missed it. I missed it this year. Darn it. You know what I mean? Because I'll do my own thing, being a grown-up or whatever. And I miss comic book day. Free comic book day is like, dude, free comic book day is like the best day of the year.
Yeah.
When just,
oh, yeah.
And I'm telling you, everybody came out. I got to organize and help a comic book store get along with about 4 or 5 other indie people who came out there to.
Wow, that's awesome.
In Texas, we all tabled there and got to meet all the customers. Yeah, I was tabling there, which is my first time tabling on a free comic book day 2 years ago.
Oh, word!
Wow.
I never had I didn't have a comic 2 years ago. Now I got about 4 of them. 5th one coming down the road.
That's crazy.
Being able to table on a free comic book day right here by my home city was amazing.
So, hey, Paul, yes. You and I haven't met. What do you do on the book? Are you an artist? Are you a writer? You both?
I'm the writer, the creator. Unfortunately, I wasn't really into art back then. I couldn't draw anything that was really recognizable.
Those drawings
got
behind
the same
you.
story as me.
Well, those are some of the local artists, some of my cover artists as well. But I actually did start drawing about 4 months ago, and I just put the last pencil and on my first print. So I'm sending that to get inked, and then it's going to get colored. And I've actually, progressed so much that I'm actually attempting to do prints now. But
Sweet.
yeah,
Wow.
like I said, 4 months ago. Yeah, 4 months ago, I couldn't draw anything recognizable. Nothing.
Wow.
And now I'm doing me a print. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm the writer and creator. I put the stories together. I put teams that best fit the stories. And it was, it was one of those things that just kind of happened. Originally, it was just a project me and my kids were going to do at the house because we were stuck inside. And it just kind of grew and grew and grew and took legs of its own. And here I am five comics later.
Hey, Michael.
That's awesome.
Yeah. How do I put a picture up?
So if you go to brand, and then you go under images, there should be like a plus sign that you can upload.
Okay.
And should be able to do it from there.
Oh, okay, hold on. I want to show Paul Wall one of my drawings real quick. It's an old one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's an old one, but it's like upload logo. Is that what I wanted to do? No. Overlay.
No, not logo. It would be under images. Go down a little more.
Okay. Video clips. No. Sorry, you guys. Technical difficulties.
It's all good. It's all good. If you get to sound, you've gone too far.
Background?
If you get to music, you've gone too far.
Overlay, right? Overlay.
Yeah, I believe that's what it is. Overlay, because it's not. Yeah, you're right.
Now
it's
we're talking.
Not images. It's overlay.
Let me see here. Well, never mind. Wait, let me see. Does this work?
Oh, you can see it on the corner.
Oh, it's in the corner. Look at that little bitty Wonder
Woman. That's the logo. That's the logo.
Yeah, I gotta turn that back off.
Logo.
No, that's stupid. I don't know what's going on. You know what? It's fine. What a wonderful day.
Do it under overlay. Do it under overlay.
Overlay doesn't have a plus sign.
It doesn't. It should.
None of mine.
It should.
Hold on. I'll look one more time. Man, we're wasting the whole show learning how to do a show.
That's all good. It happens. Trust me, I understand. I was running my show. I couldn't figure out anything.
Well, there's a bunch of overlays, but it doesn't.
Yeah, if you scroll all the way down, down, it should be add overlay.
Oh, okay,
or not all the way down, but
I got
all the way down from the images. Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, hey, check this out. This is a Wonder Woman I drew, bro. I want your opinion on it. It's old, and her head's too small, and there's things wrong with it, but that's okay. Show. Yeah, there you go.
That's still pretty sweet, man.
Yeah.
Like high octane action is what I was going for. You see, like on her braces, she's
bullets off the bracelets. Yeah.
Bang bang. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I draw. That's. I don't have a book out or nothing right now or nothing, but I draw. I enjoy it. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of lazy. You can ask Michael. You can ask him. We've been talking about doing this 4-page story since December, and he's like, I need it in fall. I'm like,
it's true.
I will start working on it in the fall then. Like, I haven't even started it. It's terrible. It's actually this.
Yeah.
It's, I think it's up here already. I drew a little, here we go. Boop.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so that's the cover for his 4-page story.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a really cool dude.
Rebellions.
Yeah, tell them about it, dude.
Yeah, so, well, all right. So within Earth's, Earth's Best Friends is an anthology. So there's tons of stories that I'm telling within the title of Earth's Best Friends. So there's a little bit of a history lesson that goes with the story of rebellions. It's actually kind of part of a bigger story that I might do in the future. That's kind of like a history book.
Right.
But basically, the rundown is there's this evil corporation that kind of owns the world now called Miracore. What Rebellions is basically when that corporation first took over, there were rebellions, and the guy on the cover there, the guy with the sword, Ramiel, he led the rebellions against Miracore. And actually, when I park, I'll have to show something cool because one of the stories that you'll get in book 4 of Earth's Best Friends is called Family Problems, and there's actually a reference to Ramiel towards the end of the story. Yeah. Well, Vice President Jack Blade and Sandra Blade are related to Ramiel. I won't say how yet, but I'll just say that they're somehow related to Ramiel.
I think I know a little bit about it, but I'm not going to say nothing, dude.
Yeah, well, you have the script for Rebellion, so you probably know exactly how. I think I know where Jack Blade comes in. I think I got that part. Yeah, you definitely
the bad
know.
guy.
Well, yeah. So
but
Jack Blade is the vice president of the world. He's a vice president of the world.
World government.
He's been a character that's been introduced. Well, he's been a character that's been introduced since book 1. In the first episode of Hyper Feeling Ninja Heroes, you see him a little bit, kind of talking about the Hyper Feeling Ninja Heroes, wondering what the heck's going on.
Well, here, if I can put it up,
and then you learn about him a little more in Family Problems.
Right.
You'll see some of these characters. I did a. I'm sorry, my phone's being stupid. Never mind. Don't ignore me. Uh-oh. I'm trying to. There we go. Okay, wait. So in this one, you'll actually see in the bottom left corner where all the villains are. Yeah. You'll see Jack Blade, and he's just like wearing sunglasses and looking all cool and running things. Yep. See him in the bottom left there in the blue suit? Yeah. Yeah, he's the vice president of the world. Blade. And he's a total turd, dude. He sucks. Nobody likes him. Nobody likes him. He's terrible.
Well, he's got more charisma than the actual president, who's actually in. The president is kind of in hiding. It's like he's the president, but he has to use technology to rule with an iron fist because of those rebellions and because of the hostile takeover of the world. He could easily get his life taken from him. So he's underground hiding, whereas Jack Blade is Jack Blade's the unofficial face of Miracore right now anyway. And the people like him a lot more than the president, but he still rules with an iron fist. It's pretty much a totalitarianism. I can never say that word.
I'll say it. Totalitarianism. Totalitarianism.
Totalitarianism. There we go.
Totalitarianism.
There we go.
It's like 6 syllables. It's so hard. Like syllables.
It is.
Like
it's
6 syllables in a row.
Well, it's the 3 T's in that word, man. That's what screws me up.
Oh man.
Right.
I can't say it 3 times fast. I can't. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. I can say it the 1 time. That's it. I had to concentrate.
Yeah, so I actually can't wait to see what you come up with for those 4 pages. This will be the first time.
It's really cool.
For Earth's Best Friends that I'll have a different artist doing interiors.
Oh wow!
For that story at least. Yeah. So far it's only been Gene Pedroso, but I'm having Shane do those 4 pages because it's a little bit of a darker story.
Right.
And I might even find someone else to do the history book, but I don't know. I have to really. The history book is kind of a back burner thing. It's not something I have to produce. It's something I'd really like to, but I have to keep the main thing going first. You know.
Right.
Yeah, it's an if all goes well thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if all goes well, I will also do this. But if not, I'm going to keep to the main story and do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's cool that you're expanding the universe because our story is definitely geared towards an older audience than your normal book.
Yeah, it is definitely
a lot of your story. Older. A lot of your story is going to come out. You were just talking about like the underlying themes.
Yeah,
and
the
stuff
underlying darker themes and stuff
are going to come out when but your readership is going to get older too. So you got to go with them, kind of like you know, Harry Potter was genius in that. Was that it grew. You know, I was never into Harry Potter. Harry Potter's not my thing. I was too old for it.
No, I wasn't.
But it was genius. But it was genius how they started young and then got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as their audience grew. You know, regardless of what you think about that story, that was pretty cool. So instead of staying in the same thing, you got to grow with your audience.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's something you're doing.
You know? Yeah. So what I'm calling season 1 will end pretty much, it'll end a pretty big story arc for Hyperfeel and Ninja Heroes. And then my focus will actually switch over to the Animal Teens a little more. And of course, my man Super Steak will finally be getting some comic books of his own, which is my avatar right there. That's Super Steak.
Yeah.
He's like, well, a lot of these stories I came up with when I was a kid or a teenager, depending on the story. And so Super Steak was when I was like in middle school. I came up with him. I was inspired a little bit by, well, I didn't know what Deadpool was back then, so I can't really say I was inspired by Deadpool, but I was inspired by this show called Kablam, where it was a cartoon, but they pretended it was like a comic book, if that makes sense. I don't know if you ever saw Kablam. It was on Nickelodeon. Yeah. So it was like the gimmick of it. It was like a mishmash cartoon show. It was like it would just play cartoons, but it would have these two hosts, Henry and June, and the whole premise was like here they are to turn the pages for you. So every time they went to play a new cartoon, they would like literally like turn a page, and then like turning the page was like you're like watching the cartoon was like the comic book, quote unquote, right? And it's even within the animation of Henry and June, sometimes they showed like other frames of like them saying stuff. So it was an interesting concept. So I got the idea of Super Steak kind of by every episode I have him like introduce the show like, hey everyone, Super Steak here. Today I've got a great show for you. Like it's essentially me talking to the audience saying, hey, this episode is going to have this in it. And stuff,
right?
You know, so that's why I say like Super Steak's a little bit like my author character, so to speak. I don't know if you ever heard of that term. That was a term that was used in like Sprite comics back in the 2000s. Like you create a little Sprite character that was you, and you could like break the fourth wall or even like change things on a dime and be like, hey, I've got author powers. I could do whatever I want.
Right?
You know.
It adds another dimension to it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or kind of like a main character immunity.
Dude.
You know?
Hold up. I don't mean to interrupt. But
no,
Paul, I'm stalking you on Facebook as we speak. And I'm looking at the art for your book. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
Thank you.
Yeah,
dude, I don't know which book you're looking at, but yes,
I'm looking at Prelude to Aurora.
And that's
with the demons.
Yes,
with a demon on the thing.
Yes.
Who's drawing that again?
Sam Espina is drawing the interior art, and he did the interior art for 2 of my other books, PTSD, which is my award winner, and also Cryptic Haze. I have a different team for Bushibu Circus Mysteries. Yeah,
it's so filthy, dude.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm looking around your Facebook. It's you did on April 2nd, only on Kickstarter. This must have been before your thing started. Yeah. But I was trying to look you up, and I was like, there are like 10,000 Paul Gomez's, and I'm like, oh no.
Right.
And then one of them was talking about comic books. I said, that's him.
Yeah.
That's him. And every Paul Gomez has a big manly beard and a shaved head. I can't find you. But I found you. A Paul amongst Pauls.
Yes.
Paul Gomez is. Yes.
Paul Gomez 790.
Dude, your book looks amazing, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely try, you know, whenever I found Santa Spina, he was an amazing artist that really wasn't on many projects. Now he's on like 10 projects every month, but he is doing so much because his art is getting noticed. I mean, he just finished up 2 other Kickstarters that did massively well. And I'm telling you, his art before, I mean, whenever I first saw it, I was surprised that he wasn't on any projects. Now he's, like I said,
Right?
he's blowing
Now
up.
he's all over the place.
He really is.
Wow.
That's good though. That's
And
good.
I feel honored that I was, you know, I had him on some of my projects before anybody really noticed him, but he was on my award-winning first comic, which was PTSD. And you know, the art that he did in that, it was just mind-blowing. I don't know if you've seen this, but I mean, you look at those interior pages and you just don't see interior pages like that. These are,
you know, it look from your preview. I don't know. I don't think I know how to. There you go. Yeah. It looks like a movie.
Yeah.
Like it flows like a movie. Right? Yeah, very cinematic.
It's very beautiful, and you know, like I was very shocked that I won an award for this book. It was a passion project. Yeah, we won an award for one of the best indie books that year.
What?
And it was like I said, it was a passion project of mine. I wanted to talk about mental illness and awareness, and I had a lot of people tell me not to write the book because it wasn't exactly a comic book kind of story. But I was like, you know, I wanted to get this message out.
Yeah, well, what does that even mean? Comic book story,
so let me ask you. Okay, so the Kickstarter is over. If I want to get this book, is there a place that I can get it still?
Currently, with Prelude to Aurora, I'm not exactly sure where it's going to end up. I got my first 4 books with ASAP Imagination, so they're actually getting all the digitals on their site, and they're working on getting the physicals on their site as well. So that's www.ne1world.com. With Prelude, I've had an offer or 2. And I'm not exactly sure where it's going to go. I'm kind of betting it's going to go with ASAP as well. But I've had a talk with a few other publishers, and I don't want to jinx myself by saying any names. So I'm not sure where Prelude's going to go just yet.
Word.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, one of the things I definitely want to do is not put the cart before the horse. I want to make sure to get it.
Oh, yeah.
So wait, hold on. Is it N letter E letter number 1, NE1.com?
Yes.
Okay.
And they got my first 4 books. They're putting Bushibu issue 1 and 2 up pretty soon, but they got PTSD and Cryptic Haze on the digital, and we're working and getting it a physical format to be able to be bought from that site as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, it's one of those things, being a brand new creator. I mean, I'm just about a year and maybe 4 months into it. It's like I'm trying to get my feet under me and make sure that I'm not running too fast with things. One of the things I'm going to start doing is kind of like pulling back and working with the marketing stuff, doing a little more store signings and get to know some LCSs. It's NE1world.com. But yeah,
wait,
I mean,
did I get that right?
No, it's the word world after 1.
Oh, world, okay.
1 world.
One world.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
I'm trying so hard.
I appreciate it.
I'm trying so hard, bro.
It's one of those things, like I said, I mean, I'm pretty new to this, and I'm trying to make sure I'm doing things right. And like I said, I definitely don't want to put the cart before the horse. I want to get the backers fulfilled from my Kickstarter before I decide, you know, where this is going to go or what's going to happen with this book.
Is this working?
Yes.
Oh, that's not quite what I meant to do, but NE1 world, right?
Yes.
There you go. Check it out. Yeah. Check it out.
So here's what I was talking about. So there's So that's Jack Blade. This is actually the last page of Family Problems, which was the last page of book 4. I'm so excited that it's done, and I just ordered the proof. I can't wait till it arrives. But yeah, so there's the grave. So there's like this little taste of this tombstone falling over. I'm not going to explain what that means, but it implies things, I'm sure, that comes to mind, right?
Right.
He's got this, so that sword that he's fiddling with, right? That actually originally belongs to Ramiel. So yeah, it's teasing a much bigger story arc. I can't wait.
Right.
I can't wait to get there. It's gonna be such a long time. I'm thinking about refiguring out some of the stories that I'm doing and stuff. Maybe I could try to get to that story arc a little faster, but I don't want to rush it either. But
right. And the thing about being a creator and a writer is like you have all these stories that you want to get to that point. There's those points that you love so much. Oh, I definitely understand that. Definitely.
You understand, right? It's just like, I need to do it. It's like it's so far up.
If I could ask you, Paul, like, so you said your story has to do with like mental illness. To what degree? Like, what do you mean by that?
Well, with PTSD, that was the story is about a veteran who's dealing with a fight between him and his child on one fateful day, and of course he's an older man, so his son's a little bit older too, in his like 20s, 30s or whatnot. But he's dealing with some flashbacks that he ignored in his life that kind of brought him to that point, and he's dealing with this mental illness, with PTSD, and he's dealing with that struggle that he had inside. And one of the things I tell people is like every time I read it, I get pulled into this one line that I put in there, which was, I don't want to take the medicine because people will look at me in a different way. People will react. And I feel that's a common thing that a lot of people with mental illnesses feel, that they can't do this. But in all honesty,
and you don't want to admit, nobody wants to admit that they're crazy.
And it's not being about crazy. It's about being.
No, it's not. That was maybe the wrong word, but
no,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
There's still stigma.
Yeah,
there's still stigma to it, because myself, I suffer from mental illness. I'm bipolar, and I was in and out of the hospital for a long time. I just wouldn't admit that I'm actually bipolar, and I wouldn't take my meds, and I wouldn't do the right thing, and I kept landing back in that place again. You know what I'm saying?
No,
until I was willing to confront it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I was dealing with my doctor said it was depression. I didn't think it was, but I went to the doctor and I said, if I'm paying the money to go to the doctor, I should take his advice. So I took the medicine he gave me, and it did make me feel better. And I didn't think I was depressed because I was smiling and happy most of the time, but there were times that it did stop me in my tracks, and I had to, just stand there for a few minutes to gain my ground. So whenever he told me I was depressed, I was like, seriously? And I didn't really write it about me. I wrote it more for my family because my wife was dealing with depression.
Sure.
And my kids were one of my oldest kid had caught COVID right away. And
how many kids, man? They're older.
Well, I had 7 kids whenever I was married. And I still call them my kids.
What kind of potato juice are you drinking, bro? How are you that fertile? How are you that fertile? What is going on?
Biologically mine.
What's going on? Do you just only have sex on the 12th of the month? Like the 12th of the month. It's time. It's time. We gotta have sex now.
If you're not pregnant, it's a year. Hey, you're wasting some time. But the thing about it was, and we were all going through stuff. Yeah. He had caught COVID and he was scared about killing everybody. And I sit in his doorway for about a month, reassuring him. We had to talk, and I was like, you have to talk about this stuff. My daughter started cutting herself around that time, and we didn't find out until we had to take her to the emergency room. You know,
No,
and,
my niece, who's like my daughter. My sister wasn't that great, so I stepped in. You know what I mean?
yeah,
She cut.
Yeah.
And that's a hard one to deal with, man.
Yeah.
That's a hard one to deal with, bro.
And especially because they won't talk about it. I mean,
yep.
There's everybody deals with problems every day. And it's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay to stay there. Find a way out.
Right.
Talk about it. I mean, there's been times where I've struggled with a lot of stuff, but I don't keep it to myself because I don't want, I want to find a way to solve it. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what this book was about. It was like, you're not alone. Nobody's alone in this stuff. If you need help, people are here. I'm here. Paul Gomez 790. If you need to call, message me anytime.
Hey, Paul Gomez, I just stalked your Facebook and friended you, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I feel you, dude. And I'm feeling this book you did. Like I want a copy, and we gotta talk about how to get me a copy.
Yeah.
For sure. I'll send you $20. I'll do what it takes. I don't care. I need it. I need that book. I need that book, bro.
Got it.
Because here's the thing is like, writing a book is cool. Having it produced is awesome. But when it comes from the heart, from a place like that of helping others heal, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm with that. I can see why you've done 5 Kickstarters that all got published. Because, bro, that's fantastic work.
Yeah.
And your artist, Sam
Espina. San Santiago, but he goes by Sam.
Man, man, the art is off the chain. I wish I could show my Facebook page because I was looking at your video, dude. Go to Paul Gomez, find him. He's a big, hairy guy, and he looks scary, but he's not. And like, he's totally cool. Don't worry about it. Yes, he could kick your ass if it came down to it. But he'll never go there. Not with Paul, because Paul's a cool dude. And this book he published, bro, the art. Yeah. Okay, I'm a little stoned, so I'm getting talkative. You have to excuse me. But bro, the art in that book.
You should change your headline to a hype man.
Right? I should be the hype
Shane
man.
Layton, hype man.
Hype man.
And like
Number
I say,
bro.
I'm always here to help, whether it's about comics or whether it's in life. Like I tell everybody, you can message me anytime. Paul Gomez 790. I'm here to help. Anything you need.
Word up.
Excellent.
Yeah. So let me ask, are you a veteran?
I'm not a veteran, and that's one of the reasons that a lot of people told me not to do this. I was writing a different book, and it was called Flame, and it was about a family that was dealing with mental illnesses. But I felt like it was too Saturday morning kind of messages, and me and my editor were talking on a Memorial Day, as a matter of fact, and we were giving thanks to people in the Army who had, either been in our lives or contributed. And that day, this story of PTSD came to me, and I was like, if I'm going to do something about mental illness, why not do it about PTSD? It's the biggest one there is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, I did have a lot of blowback, but then again, I've had a lot of success with this book as well. Originally, I didn't write this book to sell or market or anything like that. And I do feel bad about selling it sometimes. I always thought Bushibu was going to be my flagship, my marketing one. And this is the comic that me and my kids put together. I don't know if you've seen that. This is a little bit more fun. I tell people it's Scooby-Doo meets Criminal Minds. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love it.
Oh, look at that.
See those bright, vibrant pages and stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
And see, so that was supposed to be my flagship comic. It just didn't do as well. And I needed the money. So I was like selling PTSD. It was flying off.
It makes sense. Everybody buys that. Yeah.
So it was like, but
it flies off the table for a reason, man. Like, really, like, good job, bro.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like from a different place, you know what I'm saying? Like to actually, you know what I mean? like my book I'm looking at doing after I'm done with Mike's book is like a space odyssey, just whatever. It's just a fun comic, but like for something to mean something. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then to back it up, with the art in the story. I mean, hi Annie. Sorry, my wife just came in the room. She wants something. I want another drink. Yes, I do.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, good news.
What good news?
Good news.
What?
We don't have to have salmon tonight. I ordered Pizza Hut.
Oh, we got pizza coming.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Wings and pizza, babe.
Wings and pizza. I love my wife so much. She's the best.
We don't have to have.
I haven't had Pizza Hut in so long.
Right?
It's so good.
They don't have a Pizza Hut around.
Oh,
I love it, dude. Of all the chains, I love Pizza Hut pizza the best.
Yep.
It's probably the worst for you, but I love it.
Oh yeah, it's not good for you.
They don't have them around. They don't have my area anymore. I have to drive pretty far for a Pizza Hut now.
Oh man, I'm gonna be fat tomorrow. Like I'm gonna be like, I'm already fat. But like tomorrow there will be another half pound.
My kids prefer Domino's, so it's
like, boy.
Oh yeah, Domino's.
So I don't get I Pizza Hut that much.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know, my local Domino's, I have one of those right in town, but they're 50-50. Sometimes they're pretty good, and then other times they're nasty.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah. Well, my neighborhood, my Domino's sucks, but my Pizza Hut's like on point. It's just because of the place, because the people there that work there care at Pizza Hut. I've never had a bad pizza from there. They're always banging.
No, I've never had a bad experience at a Pizza Hut ever.
But at Domino's, they've literally delivered me pizza that wasn't cooked. There was like slices of cheese on it still. Like not even cooked.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you don't get my business anymore. That's how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna leave I'm not gonna leave you a Yelp review. I'm not gonna complain to the management. I'll just never give you money again. There you go.
Yeah, right.
I vote with my money.
Yep. Yeah,
what little I have.
I've had a couple bad experiences, but I've also had some really good ones. So it's just like I said, it's 50-50 with them, with the local Domino's.
You'll have to excuse me real quick. I have my headphones in, so you're gonna hear everything. But I gotta talk to my wife. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
Did you really order Pizza Hut?
We can.
You are the best. God, I love you. I want to love you.
Big New Yorkers.
Oh, if you were on your period, I would have sex with you tonight.
All right.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah. It's like, all right, yeah, he was just about to talk about stuff. It's like, I don't think we need to hear this conversation.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, you guys. I'm done. I don't.
Oh, all right. Oh, he's done. All right. There we go. Sorry about that, Jade.
We can both agree. We can both agree it's too much of a hassle. One, it smells funny for two, and those are two enough reasons. Not that, like, it'll be done in 3 days. I can have sex with her on Thursday. It's fine.
All right.
Hey, you guys are the one with kids. Hey. Mike has like 2 kids. Paul, you have 7. I can talk to my wife about sex on the air.
There you go.
It's fine.
Well, we don't. All right, fair. All right.
All right.
I think on that note, maybe we got to wrap up tonight before we get a little perverted here.
Oh, the Kraken are on. Hey, Seattle Kraken, NHL. Bro, if you don't watch the NHL, watch the Seattle Kraken. Records night. Oh my gosh, I gotta go watch. Yeah, let's wrap it up. The game started. It started at 6:30.
Oh, Shane, you're too much, but it's hilarious. So.
Hey, I love you guys. Good. Michael, thanks for having us on, bro.
Yeah,
as
no
always.
problem, man.
It was a fun show.
Yeah.
You know, it was. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
It makes it so I'm not just shouting to the void, you know?
Right.
Word up.
Anytime you want me on, you let me know.
Anytime, bro. Anytime.
Excellent. Sounds good, man. I appreciate it. And folks, if you've been watching, either now or after the fact it's been live, we'll also be on the air 8 a.m. on the Madness Network. So if you're watching at that time, thank you so much. Yeah, we're gonna so shout out, thank you everyone for joining in and hanging out. Paul, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. It's been awesome.
Remember,
And,
everyone,
yeah,
Paul
man.
Gomez 790. If you ever need help,
There you
if
go.
you're ever in trouble, if you're just wanting to talk, message me. I'm here.
Absolutely. So yeah, absolutely. Definitely, if you're struggling with mental illness or definitely depression or suicide thoughts, definitely reach out to someone, Paul or someone else, because you know you definitely want to try to get some help if you're feeling that way. Let's keep suicide numbers low, or even let's get them to 0. Actually, that's the goal. That's the main goal. And so thank you, everyone. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye now.